palm. Thought it natty, love the paddock on my arm. He got static, pussy nigga run your charm. Ghostface killers, Wu-Tang, 21 News Gang.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy. I hope you guys are having a great rest of your day, start your day, whatever time it may be. Now for today's video, I don't want you guys to get twisted. I love Modern Warfare 2. I love Call of Duty as a whole. That's kind of the reason why I'm making this video and why you don't really see that much Fortnite on my channel. I don't really care about, going the easy way out and doing Fortnite to grow the channel, because best believe anybody who is in the YouTube scene right now obviously knows that Fortnite has a lot more juice than Call of Duty at this point. So obviously if I wanted to grow my channel a lot faster, I would have jumped the boat a while ago, but I'm not, because I do like Call of Duty, and that's kind of the reason why I'm making this video, is because I feel that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered could actually be a big mistake for the Call of Duty series. Now I want you guys to think about this long and hard and kind of put this into my perspective and why I'm saying this. Now I'm not saying Modern Warfare 2 is going to kill Call of Duty because it's too hard of a game, or it's not good enough of a game. I feel like it's going to kill the series going forward because it is too good of a game. Now you have to keep in mind, a lot of people have not played Modern Warfare 2 and it's when it was actually in its prime. And in its prime, Modern Warfare 2, in my opinion, as well as Black Ops 1, are probably the two most enjoyable Call of Duties that I have ever played, ever. Now, I don't even really consider these in the rankings of Call of Duty, like the top 5 Call of Duties, the top 3 Call of Duties. These two games, Modern Warfare 2 and as well as Black Ops 1, are like in their own grandfathered spot as like Hall of Fame games, in my opinion, and for a lot of other people as well. These two games are far too good, and I feel that if they do remaster Modern Warfare 2 and as well as Black Ops 1, I feel like it's going to kill this series. And the reason behind this is because if you guys think about it long and hard, if Modern Warfare 2 Remastered were to come out, would you buy a future Call of Duty after that game if you were just a casual player, not a YouTuber? In all reality, if I wasn't doing YouTube, obviously I do YouTube for fun because I like to make content for you guys, but honestly people would probably get bored, or actually probably not, but you know what I'm saying, like there would be no reason to leave the game if the game is remastered and done correctly, which honestly it probably is going to be done correctly, because if you guys remembered from Modern Warfare Remastered that came out with Infinite Warfare, people legitimately only bought Infinite Warfare for Modern Warfare Remastered, and they also stayed on Black Ops 3 because they really didn't give Infinite Warfare a chance, because it had such, it had a rocky launch. It really wasn't a game that was that, interesting to play when you had, games like Black Ops 3 with the non-stop DLC, and you had a modern boots on the ground shooter like MWR. There really was no reason to go ahead and play Infinite Warfare if you were a casual player, because obviously Black Ops 3 is a lot more colorful, a lot more vibrant. They had a lot more things in the game that kept people playing it, as like dark matter, constant fan favorite DLC weapons. And for MWR, if you're just like one of those OG COD players and you like boots on ground, that was like the most populated boots on the ground game that was at the time at that. And I feel that if they do remaster Modern Warfare 2, whatever Call of Duty that they sell after it is going to do significantly worse and worse and worse until they go ahead and remaster another game, probably like Black Ops 1 down the line, and after that it's going to be a wrap. Nobody is going to be buying the future Call of Duties unless they are just remasters. And this is kind of like, also I want to have like a discussion with you guys on this one. I kind of feel that instead of making new Call of Duties, maybe like a Vietnam Call of Duty or something like that, I honestly think they should probably just remaster Modern Warfare 2 as a standalone game, and then maybe just go ahead and remaster Black Ops 1 as a standalone game. I feel like those games would sell record numbers, because like I said, there's a lot of players who haven't been able to experience Modern Warfare 2 in its prime, which it was a fantastic game. Obviously there was some errors in it with the noob tubes, one-man army. Obviously those things would get patched, those would get fixed, and I feel like those would be one of the best games. Imagine playing Black Ops 1 on a next-gen upgraded color level, better hit detection, better connection, and just an upgraded lift on the game. It'd be fantastic. I feel like a lot of people would just fall in love with that, or re-fall in love with that, and that's kind of why I feel that any Call of Duty that comes out after that isn't like a remaster is just going to do significantly worse. You have to think about it. Modern Warfare 2 as well as Black Ops 1 had the one thing in Call of Duty besides ghosts, that kept people playing it, and that was a reason to actually improve and get better at the game. If you got good at Modern Warfare 2, you would just destroy it. You could get nukes, you could have everything in your power to control the game. If you were a good player, you can get a nuke. You have the key, literally the key to win the game, to end the match. It was awesome. If you're a good player in Black Ops 1, that game was all gun skill. If you were terrible at Black Ops 1, you were not getting any kills at all. Obviously had shit like Ghost, and they had shit like Dead Silence and Second Chance that, you know, kind of helped hurt players, helped bad players. But in all reality, if you were a good player at Black Ops 1, you were just gonna dominate. The fact that the streaks didn't stack on one another, you had to continuously get gun kills to get streaks, you would just destroy, you would just take over lobbies. And I feel that that is the reason why those games are so good, and why people would just, they wouldn't leave for another game. Because in all reality, I honestly would probably stay and play those two games. I can honestly make years worth of content off of Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 1 if they remaster those games, because I know for a fact people would just fall in love with the game. It would either be MW2 or Black Ops 1 that would just pretty much just wrap it up, and there would be no reason to buy a Call of Duty after that, unless, you know, they did something exactly similar, maybe, you know, a Modern Warfare 4, which I don't really see them honestly releasing that, or maybe, you know, a Black Ops 4, which is possible that could come out. It's kind of confirmed, it kind of isn't, but I feel that if they do remaster Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 1, that a lot of players they just wouldn't leave the game. And honestly, I really can't blame them. I mean, kid, you play a game that, you know, has awesome camos, you know, awesome weapons, amazing kill streaks. I mean, the kill streaks in both of those games are just next level, man. The chopper gunner, the AC-130, the Harrier strike, man. You could legitimately get a nuke off of just the Harrier. If your Harrier went in, you can get like 10-15 kills with that. Imagine, you know, just the thrill you would get of just calling it an AC-130, the thrill you would be in, you know, in a chopper gunner, calling it a tactical nuke. Imagine calling in Blackbird dogs, you know, chopper gunner again, feeling home. It's just too much of a nostalgia, and I feel that people would just get wrapped up into it, and they just wouldn't leave, and they just wouldn't come to a future Call of Duty. And you kind of see that now. I mean, Black Ops 1 has like over 100,000 players on it right now on the Xbox 360. Obviously, that's just all the players combined, but the fact that that many people are on that game, and we've had so many next level games come out, is kind of alarming, and it kind of, you know, solidifies my point that I feel that Modern Warfare 2 could be a mistake, or Modern Warfare 2 Remastered could be a mistake for, you know, the future and the longevity of Call of Duty. Like I said, I don't want you guys to think that I don't like Modern Warfare 2. I really do like Modern Warfare 2, but I do feel that in order to keep Call of Duty going, they honestly should probably do like the easy way out. Maybe they can title it like Modern Warfare 4, but literally just copy and paste Modern Warfare 2 and just, you know, make the same game but just with a different title, or make Black Ops 4 literally the same thing like Black Ops 1 but with a different title. I mean, it kind of sounds crazy, but I feel that that would actually be a fantastic way to kind of restart Call of Duty. Just remake a game but just change the title. Like, they could literally keep some of the guns, maybe take some of the guns out, keep all the streaks, maybe add some, take some away, maybe take away the streaks that people didn't really use, model the same maps off of something, you know, add a lot of throwback maps in the game just to keep people interested. I feel like that would be a fantastic, you know, addition to the game, and I think that people would really love that instead of them going ahead and making some like off, you know, brand game, like maybe like Call of Duty, you know, Covert Ops or something like that, whatever the name would be, you know, something that's just out of the box that people probably wouldn't try, like an Infinite Warfare IP. I just don't feel like they should really do something like that, honestly. I think they should either A, just have a remastered be a standalone game, or B, literally just copy and paste Modern Warfare 2 and just slap like Modern Warfare 4 on the box, or just call it like Call of Duty Modern Combat or something like that, or just call of Duty Black Ops 4, but, you know, it's just a skin of Black Ops 1, just something like that, just to keep people, you know, on the new games. Because as of recently, like Call of Duty, you know, the community is spread out. We all thought that World War II was going to bring the community together. We all thought that this game was going to bring everybody, you know, on the same game. People are going to get hyped for Call of Duty. But honestly, like games like Fortnite, where people are just, you know, they're rewarding players for being good. It has like that team balancing, team oriented feel to it that gets a lot of people enjoying to play it. It's just losing out to games like that. And I feel that, you know, if they were to remake Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, it would sell a ridiculous amount of numbers. But as far as Call of Duty's longevity, I feel like it's just gonna just cap it out, and nobody's gonna buy the games after it, because there literally would be no reason to, because Modern Warfare 2 Remastered is such a good game. And you know, if that happens, they're gonna go ahead and remaster games like Black Ops 1 and then Black Ops 2, and then, you know, we're pretty much just gonna be just dealing with remasters. And at that point, you might as well just reskin games like Black Ops 2 and just call it a different title and just keep it the same thing. Or Call of Duty's just gonna, you know, ultimately just, I mean, this future Call of Duty is just gonna die, and people are just gonna stay on older games until they get bored of those and until the series is over. So yeah, kind of want to just put this little video out. It's kind of like a serious video. I kind of want to see what you guys think about the topic. I had a lot of things in my mind. It's just racing. I just had to get this video out because people are just hyped up for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, but I feel that people really aren't thinking about the long-term effects and what it could do to the series. So yeah, let me know if you guys agree with me. You guys might think I'm crazy, but honestly, just think about what I just said and tell me it's not true. I mean, if they had Modern Warfare 2 and World at War or World War II, what would you be playing? Modern Warfare 2. What the hell?
Mw2 bomber inbound. Dropping incendiary.
Dude.
Recon searching for targets.
Oh, good mount.
Mw2 bomber inbound. Dropping incendiary. Paratroopers on schedule. Ready to drop zone.
Yeah, we're not planning it. There's a V2.